Hey guys, Dix here, back with a type of video I actually haven't done in quite a while. But you guys really seem to enjoy my past two New World videos, which did incredibly well. So thank you again for that. But I thought you might be interested in the ways I make my gold in New World. So I figured I might make a quick video and show you my 6 ways of making gold in New World. So yeah, let's get right into it. First things first, you can see I currently have 200k gold. I have another like 150k in buy orders currently. So yeah, first things first, always do get the crafting gear and always do your daily cooldowns. As you can see, I have accumulated, none of this is bought. I always just craft this myself, and yeah, okay, I mean, Asmodeum, I always use that, so, but we get into that later. Yeah, so the first method to gain a lot of gold is actually through trophy runs. I mean, you might have already guessed, I made 2 videos on this. They are linked in the description if you want to check them out. I make, with my newest run in Brimstone Sands, these, I don't know, it's like 80 chests in an hour. I average around 1 to 2 trophy mats per run, so 1 to 2 trophy mats per, I don't know if you can see it. Yep, this I got yesterday and sold, the Armorer's Journal. And yeah, I average around 1 to 2 trophy mats per hour. And you can also get these schematics and other furnishing gear, which actually haven't sold, but you can sell them sometimes for quite a bit as well. The second one is actually pretty easy as well. It's just mutation runs. You know it. Preferably M10s. They give a ridiculous amount of legendaries, which are sometimes bind on pickup, but you know, you can't really do much about that. But the bind on equips you can sometimes sell for up to, I don't know, 250k or something. I mean, the highest one I sold was like 170k, and yeah, M10s is, I would say, one of the best methods to get gold in New World. So yeah, definitely do those. The third method to gain gold is actually refining. As you can see, I have a lot of, where is it? A lot of infused leather. Well, not anymore. I used to have a lot. I have a lot of Ironhide farmed. I have a lot of, where is it? Nope, that's Orichalcum. Thickhide as well. I think it's here. Yeah, Thickhide. So what you do is, preferably with infused leather, because that's just the easiest to farm, at least for me. You can go to Borsholm. Everyone knows the spot. Sometimes it's camped, of course. So you farm your Thickhide here. Or another good spot to farm Thickhide is these areas here in what's it called? Great Cleave, yeah. In Great Cleave, you can farm a lot of Thickhide here as well. And then you just farm your Ironhide, which obviously around here the boars give a lot of Ironhide, but Ironhide you can get, they're so cheap on the market, you can get them pretty much everywhere around the top here. Especially in Brimstone Sands, you can get a lot of Ironhide farmed. Shattered Mountain as well, but yeah, best obviously is the boars for me. Then you go, if you want, you can obviously farm the the leather, the coarse leather. I mean the rawhide. Yeah. Whoops. Obviously, you can farm the rawhide as well. Quick note: beware of these scammers. They post this at a ridiculously low price. Buy it. Camp the market, buy everything that's under, and then list it for the normal price, so you can get scammed like that easily. You can obviously farm your rawhide yourself with this method. In Windsward, in Everfall, basically everywhere. But it takes some time. You need a lot of rawhide. So usually what I do is I farm my ironhide and thickhide and buy the rawhide. And then I slap on my gear. Preferably do it when my team holds the first light fort. That's fun. It just switched. So now my team claimed it, which gives the yield bonus. So you get 10% more, and then you can just sell it for really, really easy money. Yeah, that's how I use refining as a way to gather gold. The next thing is actually crafting, but this is really, luck based. The way I do it usually is I get my Asmodeum and I get my Runestone stopwatches daily, and after like 8 or 9 days I can craft 10 amulets. That's usually what I do. You can see here I crafted the Divine Health Refreshing Evasion and Divine Health Refreshing Ward. That's all in one. And when I crafted them in one go, I got 5 legendaries in 10 amulets. That was pretty lucky. And I already sold 2 of them for 70k. The only thing you need to buy is the jewelry. What are they called? Fragments, yeah, the infused jewelry fragments, because they're not that uncommon. They're not that common. And the other thing you need to buy, obviously, is the gems, unless you craft them yourself, and that gives you around 10k of investment, and then you get, as much as gold cap if you really luck out, obviously, but that's just luck based. I don't do that too often. I only do it with the amulets. You can obviously go with I don't know, buy Squirming Vines and stuff and craft the really expensive stuff, but obviously you have to have a lot of budget beforehand to get that, and you can get really screwed, obviously, so I wouldn't advise to do that. The last 2 are probably 2 of my favorites. One of them is just market flipping. You can use the market like crazy, and I mean really. You can see here in my sell orders I go for 8 different craft mods, and you can see all of them sold actually. And I go here and it's where are they? Down here. I always do at 1 day time, because you get if you don't get the item after 1 day, you basically don't get it at all. So I only do it at 24 hours and then renew it every day. And it's the Squirming Vines, the Drop of Ironroot Sap, the Star Metal Greatsword Charm, the Shard of Consecrated Iron, the Star Metal Weaponsmith's Charm, Reinforced Orichalcum Great Axe Charm, Brilliant Animus, and Sliver of Consecrated Iron. And I do these 8 every day. You can see I already bought Drop of Ironwood Sap. You can see I bought the Squirming Vines for 18k. Can you still see it here? No, it's not there anymore. Around 18k, I bought the Squirming Vines and sold it for 21k. And the same with here, Sliver of Consecrated Iron. I bought it for around 2k and then sold 2 of them for 7k. This is really easy money, and you can do it for basically anything. You can see in my buy orders, I do it with the with these schematics here, with these patterns, Radar, Mossbone, and Springbane. I usually get a few of those for around 1k. I actually made the wrong price here. Whoops. I usually get a few of those for 1k and can sell them for 15k. So that's also good. These patterns, I will get to those in a minute. And yeah, you can do it with, if you can look, you just have to look at what the current price is, the sell orders, and what you can buy order them from. So you can do it with loaded dice. If you can get lucky, get one for 25k, sell it for 29 to 30k. That's, you can do it for trophies, you can do it for items as well. So you can go in here and go for the 3 best PvP perks. You go for Shirking Fortification, Resilient, and Freedom, and look to see if there's anything available that's cheap. I wouldn't buy that because it's not cheap. Sometimes people don't put them up at appropriate prices. So you can also do Refreshing instead of Freedom, which is not that best in slot, but still really good. You can see if there's something. Oh, what's this? Nope. That's cheap because it's not that good. Dexterity Focus, you wouldn't want that. But that price is actually one that I would consider buying if the item was better. I once bought one for like 12k and sold it for 40k with Refreshing Ward. That's another one you can, another perk you can filter for. There's one for 10k. Intelligence Dexterity, that's not that great either. Intelligence Focus, not at all. So yeah. You can play the market like this. This takes a lot of, you know, you need to know what you're doing. If you filter by perks, you can do it for weapons obviously as well. But these buy orders with the patterns and the trophy mats and the craft mods, these are really easy. You don't really need to think about that at all. So you can just look what the best buy orders are for the sell orders. And just, you know, you can do it for everything, basically. Yeah. And the last thing is actually you can get a ridiculous, it's probably the single most method I've made the most money with is events. You can see in my storage that I have so many of these Night Veil patterns. And they go for like 2k each. So I have like 200, 250k only in those. Because it's like one, I don't know, I haven't done the math in a while. I think it's like 150, 170-ish patterns I have laying around here. And I get them so regularly. If you can go on my buy orders. Oh, I actually don't have buy orders at the moment. Haha. Oh yeah, here. I bought one of those for 500 gold. They sell for 2k. I have one of those. They sell for like 1.5k. I bought one of those for 200. I bought one of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. You can pick them up still regularly and this cheap. And if you go there, pattern, I can just search for Night Veil. If you can go, they, oh, I mean, this is not that expensive, but the Great Axe, oh, it actually dropped in price. Would you look at that? The Spear, the buy orders are at non-existent. Okay. You can put a buy order down for 100, 200 gold and still pick them up, and they are still going for 1.4k. The most expensive one is obviously the Life Staff. It's over 2k, and the buy orders are for 1.4k. You can pick them up, sell them for a quick profit, or the way I do it is I just wait these aren't coming back for at least a year until next Christmas, and they just get more and more expensive, so it's sort of like an investment of sorts. I buy these for 200, 300, 400 gold each, and you know, I plan to sell them for like, I don't know how much they will rise for, like 2, 3k, 4k each, depending on how much they rise. Same thing can be said about the summer patterns. I currently buy them as well for, I bought 2 of those for 100 gold, and they are one of those, and they are actually yeah, they're actually already more expensive, because it's, you know, already half a year ago, maybe a bit less, and they get more scarce, and you can still pick them up for cheap, and then you can, you know, sell them. It's easy profit. And the same thing can be said for the turkey event that's going on right now. You can get massive turkey legs for pretty cheap. You can get a buy order for 270. And if you remember, before like a month ago, they were selling for over 2,000 gold. You can pick those up. You can pick so many of these up and sell them in half a year for 10 times the money. This is easy gold cap. Like I said, if I would to buy if I would to sell all of my Nightveil patterns, I would basically be at gold cap already. But you know, I'll let them sit and wait and stuff. And yes, and as you can see, as a quick example, I have a screenshot on screen right now. I sold 2 of my amulets for around 30k each, and a loaded dice I found in my trophy run for 30k, and I sold these in like a span of 2 hours, and I made 100k just like that, basically. So it's definitely, you definitely need the time to do it, but yeah, these six these 6 methods are usually what I do to gather gold, and I thought you might enjoy it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed these methods. I hope they help you get ridiculous amounts of gold as well. And I would like to get some feedback and some suggestions, what types of New World video you would like to see next, because you know, I do these videos for you guys too, so you can have a better experience in game. And just let me know what you would like to see, and I would consider doing that video for you. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time.